California Governor Gavin Newsom waging, and I mean war, a total war on red states. The left-wing leader trying to make the case that what America really needs right now is more of his state's failed progressive policies. Newsom has been bashing Republican-led states for weeks and is even running ads in Florida encouraging people to move to California.
Freedom, it's under attack in your state. Your Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight, or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom to choose, freedom from hate, and the freedom to love. Don't let them take your freedom.
Newsom appears to have an eye on 2024, and this new poll could help him decide. It has him performing better than Kamala Harris in hypothetical 2024 matchups. Judge, I heard you groan, "Oh my God," at one point.
No, I said gosh.
Gosh. Excuse me.
I said, oh my gosh.
What were you referring to?
Well, he says there's freedom there in California. I was in California during COVID. It was locked down. It was depressing. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't do anything. And I was in Florida like a week later. It was like nobody knew what was going on. And then you compare the mortalities and the deaths between Florida and California. This guy should be embarrassed. He should be embarrassed with that ad. He's good looking. He's cute. Some people will vote for him because of that. But at the same time, I mean, why are you picking a fight? Why are you picking a fight with DeSantis? I mean, you can't compare yourself to DeSantis and the numbers. He wants people, Floridians, to join the fight. They're leaving California in droves to go to Florida. Is he stupid?
Yeah.
And now Florida is one of the main areas people want to move to. California is like down at the bottom of the list. And I rest my case. That's the end of it.
Case closed. Would you like to respond?
I think he's very cute, too. It was an interesting target. I understand that he wants to run in 2024, or at least is mulling it, 2028, get on the national stage. But picking Florida is a strange choice. I would think something more regionally, somewhere where you could say, hey, this isn't that far away. You have really restrictive policies here. You can come here for, our beautiful
more
coast
restrictive policies?
No, I know that not everyone agrees with me on this, but there are a lot of people who don't want to live in states where abortion has been banned. It's true.
All right.
Okay. It's just objectively true. But Gavin Newsom, J.B. Pritzker, we already talked about him a bit, Jared Polis from Colorado. These are people who are in executive positions of power. When you think about the presidency, it's a management job, right? And people are going to be looking at people who have been managers, so mayors, governors, et cetera. So in that sense, it makes sense to me, and that they're making this very aggressive case for liberal policies, for the successes that they've seen at home, because if you're putting that against what people feel about what's going on with Joe Biden right now, it's a smart move to be making when people say, oh, Biden isn't really out there. He's not advocating for anything. He's not defending us and our way of the liberal world order, as you would. So I think that's what is going on.
Does it come across as a little clumsy, the way he kind of rolled out this campaign against Florida?
Yeah. I started cracking up when I saw the actual ad campaign taking on Ron DeSantis, claiming freedom is under attack. I mean, on the same day where literally it's been revealed now that the red states are winning the post-economic recovery from the pandemic after being criticized for staying open. They were tax havens for people who wanted to flee these high-tax states. Florida got all the people. The number one state they left was California. So I don't even know what he's working off of. I mean, so these red states, by the way, are thriving in the post-pandemic economic recovery, and that is going to win a lot of votes come midterm elections. Watch it.
Greg, do you understand this move he's making?
I don't know.
And do you think he's handsome?
Oh, very handsome. In fact, Gavin's ascent says everything unfair about life. What trumps race and gender looks all the time. If you're handsome, you keep your nose clean, you can get anything you want in life. If he looked like Gerald Nadler, we wouldn't be having this conversing. California.
But he keeps getting elected.
Well, California's a mess, but he isn't. He's delicious. And so he's the only reason why he's taken seriously as a candidate is because he's got the hairline. But just think about this. Sit back, all you fivers. All you fivers have been watching this show for a decade. Imagine if he gets the nomination and runs against Trump. Imagine Imagine how crazy that's going to be.
It's going to be crazy.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.